Hello viewers, welcome to the section Test-Driven Development. In this section we will learn about Google Test Framework and writing a first test case using Google Test Framework. Now we move on to the video Google Test Framework. In this video we will build Google Test and mock together as one single static library without installing it. Test-driven development is an extreme programming practice. In TDD, we start with a test case and incrementally write the production code that is required to make the test case succeed. The idea is that one should focus on one test case or scenario at a time, and once the test case passes, they can then move on to the next scenario. In this process, if the new test case passes, we shouldn't modify the production code. In other words, in the process of developing a new feature or while fixing a bug, we can modify the production code only for two reasons. Either to ensure the test case passes or to refactor the code. The primary focus of TDD is unit testing. However, it can be extended to integration and interaction testing to some extent. Google Test Framework is an open-source testing framework that works on quite a lot of platforms. TDD only focuses on unit testing and to some extent integration testing. But the Google Test Framework can be used for a wide variety of testing. It classifies test cases as small, medium, large, fidelity, resilience, precision, and other types of test cases. Unit test cases fall in small. Integration test cases fall in medium, and complex functionalities and acceptance test cases fall in the large category. You can download the Google Test Framework as source code from github.com. However, the best way to download it is via the git clone from the terminal command line. As you can see, our source code is downloading. It will take some time to download our source code. Our source code is downloaded. Now you'll be able to locate the Google Test Framework source code in the Google Test folder. Let's write the ls command. As you can see, we have obtained the Google Test folder. Next, navigate to the Google Test folder. The Google Test folder has both the Google Test and Google Mock frameworks in separate folders. Let's see those folders using the ls command. Here you can see that we have obtained the Google Mock and Google Test folders. Now we can invoke the cmake utility to configure our build and auto-generate the Makefile. Type cmake lists.txt. When the cmake utility is invoked, it detects the C, C++ headers files and its path that are necessary to build the Google Test Framework from the source code. Also, it will try to locate the tools required to build the source code. Once all the necessary headers and tools are located, it will auto-generate the Makefile. Once you have the Makefile in place, you can use it to compile and install Google Test and Google Mock on your system. Let's write the command sudo make install and type the password for test. The make install command has compiled and installed library gmock-all.o and library gtest-all.o static library files in the user local library folder. Since this folder path is generally in the system's path environment variable, it can be accessed from any project within the system. How to build Google Test and Mock together as one single static library without installing. In case you don't prefer installing the library gmock-all.o and library gtest-all.o static library files and the respective header files on common system folders, then there is yet another way to build the Google Test Framework. First, navigate to the ex1 directory. Then clear this screen using the reset command. Let's see the command. Well, it's quite a lengthy command. So we will copy and paste it. Now, run this command. Type ls command. This command creates three object files, gmock-all.o and gmock-main.o, gtest-all.o. The Google Test Framework makes use of some C++11 features, and I have purposefully used C++14 to be on the safer side. The gmock-main.cc source file has a main function that will initialize the Google Mock framework, which in turn will internally initialize the Google Test Framework. The best part about this approach is that we don't have to supply the main function for our unit test application. Please note the compilation command includes the include paths, which are highlighted here, to help the G++ compiler locate the necessary header files in the Google test. In this highlighted path, we pass the G++ compiler to locate the necessary header files in the Google mock frameworks. Now the next step is to create our library gtest-all.o static library that will bundle both gtest and gmock frameworks into one single static library. As the Google test framework makes use of multiple threads, it is mandatory to link the pthread library as part of our static library. The archive command helps combine all the object files into a single static library. Next, type the ls command. If all goes well, your folder should have the brand new library gtest.a static library. In this video, we learned about Google Test Framework,